Hi, people. Can you hear me? Let me know in the comment section once you join and you can hear me. Let me know in the comment section once you join and you can hear me. Let me know in the comment section once you join and you can hear me. Let me know in the comment section once you join and you can hear me. Let me know in the comment section once you join and you can hear me. Let me know in the comment section once you join and you can hear me. Let me know in the comment section once you join and you can hear me. Let me know in the comment section who is excited. Like, are you excited? Can you hear me? Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me once you join. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me once you join. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me once you join. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me once you join. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me once you join. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me once you join. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me once you join. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me once you join. Once you join, let me know. I started this we have 5 more minutes to go. 5 more minutes. So we're just going to spend this moment. We have 5 more minutes to go. 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 So we have 5 more minutes to go. We have 5 more minutes, 3 more minutes, 3 more minutes. So we're just going to give some time for those who are just joining us. We're just going to give some few time. I decided to go live so that we're not wasting a lot of time today. So start getting ready to learn. Start getting ready to learn. So let me know once you join and you can hear me. Comment in the chat that you can hear me. Comment in the chat that you can hear me. Comment in the chat that you can hear me. Comment in the chat that you can hear me. Once you join, comment in the chat that you can hear me. Comment in the chat that you can hear me. If you join, let me know in the comment section that you can hear me. Once you join, let me know in the comment section that you can hear me. Once you join, let me know in the comment section that you can hear me. Like for let me know in the comment section that you can hear me. Let me know in the comment section. Say, I can hear you. If you can hear me in the comment section, let me know that you can hear me. If you can hear me in the comment section, let me know that you can hear me. I can hear you, ma'am. All right. Winga said, I can hear you. Taiwo said, I can hear you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's just give some time for other persons to like join. We have like the next I would say the next 5 minutes to like give everybody opportunity to join. So as you're joining, let me know that you can hear me and let us know in the comment section where you're joining this training from, the state and the country. So if you can hear me clearly, put in the comment section the state and the country where you're joining from. If you can hear me clearly, put in the comment section the state and the country where you're joining this live from. If you can hear me, put in the comment section like where you're joining this training from. Put in the comment section where you're joining this training from, so that we can meet ourselves during the free virtual assistant training. so that we can meet ourselves. Let me know in the comments where you're joining this live from. Let's know in the comments, where are you joining from? So I can hear you. Okay, clearly. So we have Justin said from Accra, Ghana. Ayola said from Lagos, Nigeria. Vera said, I can hear you, Nigeria. Awesome, 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 awesome. We have like the next 4 more minutes to start. 4 more minutes to start. We have Taiwo, he said, Oyo State, Nigeria. We have 4 more minutes to start and we can kick off. Please share this live. Let other persons get to like Tobechiku said, I can hear your sweet voice. Thank you so much. So please share this live so that others can come, learn, benefit from what you'll be learning, like what you'll be learning today. So we have like the next 4 minutes to start. So before we kick off, start properly, let's introduce ourselves. Just once you join, let us know where you're joining from. So we have Bami Day. She said, I can hear you. Double T said Lagos, Nigeria. Moyosola said Lagos, Nigeria. Janet said Delta State Warri. All right. Delta State Warri. Please let's know in the comments where you're joining from. Let's know in the comments where you're joining from. It's always a good practice to like, I love to connect with the people who join my training outside of just joining the training. I love to like connect personally with those who join my training. So, and that's why I typically start with asking you where you're joining from so that I can know where you're joining from. And sometimes you might just be so lucky you find somebody in your exact location. Like you'll be so surprised you find somebody in your exact location. So we have 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes, 3 more minutes, and we get started. 3 more minutes and we get started. So let's start by like put in the comment section. So we have Faith from Canada. Nice to meet you, Faith. We have Rosemary from Nigeria. Nice to meet you, Rosemary. We have V from Lagos, Nigeria. We have Namibia. Okay, Namibia. We have Nigeria. We have Abuja. And 2 more minutes. If there's anybody you want to join this live, if there's anybody you want to be part of this training, send them. Like, if there's anybody you want to join this training, now is the time to like tell them to hop on and just come and learn. Like, let them just come and learn what virtual assistance is all about. Like, let them just come and learn what being a VA is all about. We have 2 more minutes. But let's keep introducing ourselves in the comment section. 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 And we can get started like in just 1 more minute. In just 1 more minute, we're going to get started. In just 1 more minute, I'm going to set this ball rolling. And I hope I'm able to not just like, I hope I'm able to like plant that zeal in you to understand that this is an industry that is worth exploring. Trust me, this is an industry that is worth exploring. Being a VA in the 21st century, like literally would pay your bills, of course. Like it's literally would pay your bill. It has been doing that for me, and I'm going to explain all of this once we start in the next 1 minute. And I'm going to explain once we start in the next 1 minute so that you see how I've been able to like this journey that I found myself in 2019, like so that you can see what this journey has been all about. And we're going to start up right now. So welcome everybody. Welcome everyone. I'm really excited to meet each and every one of you. Thanks for taking the time. So we have those, Sarah joining from Lagos, Deborah from Lagos, Nigeria, Jennifer, Chidera from South Africa, We have Oye from Nigeria. We have Jane, we have Margaret, and every lovely person who's here today to learn and unlearn and rewind. So before we start, I'm just going to unmute my camera so that you see the person who is talking to you. So tada, my name is, so this is me. This is your coach, and some of you might be meeting me for the first time in like you're meeting me for the first time, and I'm really excited to meet each and every one of you. So without wasting much of our time, welcome to the free virtual assistant training. In this training, I will be telling you about the industry of being a virtual assistant. Then at the end of this training, I would also be sharing with you how I have been able to scale up to 1K to 3K monthly as a VA, like without leaving the comfort of my home. I'm going to be sharing this with you. Now, how many of you are willing to start earning online? How many of you, like, if you can hear me, are you willing to start earning online? How many of you are willing to start earning online? How many of you are in that space where you're telling yourself, I need to start earning online? Let me know in the comment section if you're in that space where you're like, I need to start earning online. I need to learn how to earn online. Let me know in the comment section if you're in that era of your life where you need to start earning online, like where you need that extra source of income. Let me hear that in the comment section. Let me see that in the comment section. Are you in that era where I want to make this money online? Let me see your comments. Let me see your comments. If you're in that era at this point of your life, let me know in the comment section if this is an era where you're in. Now, before we dabble into like the freelance markets, why do you want to earn online? Let me know in the comments. Why do you want to earn online? Why are you trying to go into remote workspace? Like, let me know, what is your why of wanting to earn online? What is your why for wanting to earn online? What is your reason? What is your motivating factor of wanting to earn online? Let me know in the comment section. If you can hear me, what is your reason for wanting to earn online? What is your motivating factor? Now, you would not really get the clearer picture of what is happening, or if I do not, I'm big on statistics, like I'm big on data to really know what I am doing or what I am thinking about. Data is everything. Bamidele said financial independency. We have Uluwatosin said, I need financial freedom. Awesome. So it is very important, like it is very, very intricate that you understand what even the freelance market is all about. So the freelance market as that is projected to reach a value of 445.2 billion by 2023. This was a projection of 2023, and to grow by over 5 billion in this 2024 that we are in. Now, this clearly demonstrates to you like the immense size, the potential of the freelance industry. We're not talking about small money here. Like, this also positions this industry as making it a lucrative business for you to tap into at this very time. Like, this is literally one of the best business that you should be thinking. If you're not thinking about it already, you should be figuring it out how to move into the space. Now, according to recent statistics too, the virtual assistant market is also a freelance market, but the freelance market is like, it encompasses everything. Like it encompasses everything. Now we are leaving the freelance market now to focus on the virtual assistant market. The virtual assistant market itself is projected to reach a value of 16.1 billion by 2026. Can you see clearly where this industry is going to? Can you even see clearly where this industry is going to? Now, I've also realized as a coach, as a VA myself, that many persons have that title. I'm a VA, I'm a VA, I'm a VA, but they are merely surviving. They are not thriving. Now, your goal as a virtual assistant in this market, you have probably heard things like, oh, the market is a lot, is saturated. It is saturated for those that it is saturated for. But your goal as a virtual assistant is to become an indispensable asset. If you can become an indispensable asset, it cannot be saturated for you. So you can only be hearing that it is saturated because you're not an asset in your capability. You're not an asset in your field as a VA. Now, I also tell people that the only limitation to the realization of your dream is your doubt of today. If you believe that you're going to be big in this industry. This morning, I went live on TikTok and I was talking to one of my students. I was asking her, I've heard people say things like, oh, this market is saturated. Do you think that it is saturated for you? The girl said, no. Coach, I see you living this dream. Like, if coach can do it, I can do it. Like, when she said that, that literally burst my mind. Like, if you can visualize it, if you can tell yourself that this thing is possible and you chase it with the right skill sets, it will lead you to where you're going to. So the only limitation to the realization of your dream is the doubts that you're having. The future that you want, you can build it. The future that you envision, you can get there. Your goal right now to not join that crowd in the market that is clamoring VAV is to become an indispensable asset. That is your goal. If you can become an indispensable asset, you're going to thrive and not just survive. Now, you're probably wondering, who is this lady that is talking to me? Who is she and all of that? My name is Chinyere Ni Agbasire Udo. I wear many hats. My students will tell you that, Coach, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how coach does it, but I'm able to do it, right? I wear many hats. So if you're probably here and you're listening to me, I can definitely tell you that I understand you. So I wear many hats. I'm currently pursuing my graduate studies in the field of marketing analytics. I just finished my first master's in communication May of this year. And I have another master's I'm on taking right now, which is like my second master's. And outside of academia, I'm a mom. You can see my baby. I am a coach. And that is why I'm here today. I am also a teacher. That means I probably do 9 to 5 like many of you. I'm a virtual assistant myself. Like I have clients I'm working with. I think I have about 2 to 3 clients I'm currently working with as a VA. And I'm also a coach. So I'm always excited when I talk about being a VA. Why? Because I'm that person you can see. I have been there, done that. You have probably heard that. You have been there, you have done that. I've been there, I am still there, and I'm still doing it. And I can tell you categorically that this is a thriving business that anybody can do. Right. So I'm excited to teach you today about the field of virtual assistants. So if you have not grabbed your pen and paper and probably a bottle of water, you need to go and do that right now. You need to go and do that right now so that you're all ready to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn everything that you have learned. And I'm excited to do that for you. So who is this training for? This training is for anyone who is tired of asking for urgent 2K or 5K. Anyone who wants to learn in-demand skill, employability skill, anyone who is passionate about earning in dollar, anyone who wants to work remotely or on site as you progress in your career. So this training is literally for anyone. So if you're a father, so if you're a student, I'm a student, and you can see that clearly. If you're a stay-at-home mom, I'm not a stay-at-home mom, but I'm a mom, so I can relate to you. If you're a student, I can relate to you. If you're a father, I'm not a father, but I have a child, so I can relate to parenting. If you do 9 to 5, I do 9 to 5. If you're unemployed, I was probably unemployed at some point, but of course, maybe when I left school, business owner, I'm a business owner. And if you're a government worker, all of these things all together. If you're any of these things, if you're a student, a stay-at-home mom, you're a father, you're a nursing mother, you're a stay-at-home mom, you're a 9-to-5 worker, you're unemployed, you're even probably employed, you're a business owner, you're a government worker, the field of virtual assistance can accommodate you. Now, what is my story? I don't want to jump into telling you, oh, all the beauties about this industry without telling you where I am coming from, because it is very important that you understand where I'm coming from so that when I start teaching you, you will know that anything is possible. Anything you can conceive in your mind, you can visualize it, my dear, you can do it. So I finished school in 2018. I finished service, I think 2019 and all of that. Now, prior to graduating from school in 2018, I knew there was no work waiting for me anywhere. And I can comfortably tell you my age. I was leaving school at a point when I was almost 26 when I left school. And if you're in Nigeria, you would have probably known that there is a lot of, or even if you're in other African country or even other countries, you would know that there's a lot about age discrimination here and there. So when I started like looking out for some jobs like every of my mates was doing, I discovered that most of the jobs were asking from people 18 to 25. What does that mean? I did not fall into the category of those who probably would have gotten job. Did I graduate very well? In case you're listening and you say, oh, maybe because she did not graduate very well. I graduated among the top 3% in my class. So I graduated very well. Now, fast forward to everything. I didn't have anybody in government. My parents didn't have anybody in government. Nobody could, of course, like give me that platform. I decided to wake up one day after we left school and I asked myself, Chinyere, what can you do? I was like, I loved my phone. I loved pressing my laptop. And fast forward then, I think COVID was already smelling close and all of that. So I dabbled into social media. I will use the word dabble because everybody was just talking about social media then. So I said, okay, let me learn social media management. It took me like about 3 months in 2000. I started this late 2019 learning social media management. I was documenting and sharing my journey and all of that until February 2nd of 2022. It took me 3 months of learning and documenting my journey to get my first job. Did I apply for this job? I did not. And HR reached out to me, and that was how I went into remote work. Then virtual assistant was not a thing. It took me until 2023 to discover that all the things I was doing remotely, it was virtual assistant. That was when virtual assistant started reigning and all of that. So my story is one of probably the story of many persons. You've gone to school, you're about to graduate, you do not know your next step. Your parents probably do not know anybody that can even refer you. You only have God like myself and all of that. My story is also the case of practice make progress. As I got my first job, I kept practicing, I kept implementing, I kept improving, I kept working on myself to be a better version of myself. That made me better over time. I kept learning. I'm big on learning. I am always learning. There is something Chinyere is always learning. And another thing that also revolves around my story is a case of patience and adaptability. I tell people that patience does not mean that you're the dullest. Patience is that you know that there is time and season for everything. Now, even in that time and season, because you know there is timing and season, you're preparing yourself in your season so that when you get to your time, you'll be able to shine. So there were days that maybe I wasn't earning as much as I wanted to earn. In my first 1 year, my salary was 165,000 naira. That is as a 2000 early 2020. My first salary was 165,000 and they were giving me 12K for data. Was it enough then? Of course, most of my mates were not earning up to that as at then that I left school, but I wanted more. That was what I earned for my first 1 year. Then after then, the rest they say is history. So it's also a case of adaptability. I am always learning new tools. I am always learning something new. So if you're listening to me, let this be your key takeaway. You have to keep learning. You have to keep practicing and keep progressing. You need to also be patient to understand time and season, and you need to be adaptable. Adaptable is that skill that you have that makes you open to learning new tools at every point in time. Now, if we have said that, you probably would want to, you're asking yourself, why should I listen to this lady? Like, she has told me who she is. She has told me how she went into being a virtual assistant. Why should I listen to her? You should listen to me because I have over 5 years of experience of being a VA. And in this field, I think my students, when we went through Upwork yesterday, one of my students is like, she's top rated on Upwork. Of course, I am top rated on Upwork. And I've barely done this Upwork thing, like, I would say cumulatively, like about a year. So I don't want to, for security reasons, I won't be mentioning money and all of that. So I have generated thousands, I've generated millions from this industry. And I've worked with international clients. So I've gained invaluable exposure to diverse culture, working ethics, and business practices. I have ongoing involvement. If you started like when I started talking, you probably heard me say that I have clients that I work with as a VA. So I have ongoing involvement in this field. Like, I am up to date. So I'm not coming here to tell you shoot bed. Like, I'm not coming here to give you, those cock and bull stories. I'm telling you what can work, what you need that can help you thrive in this industry. So you can count on me to provide you first-hand information, actionable advice on how to navigate different platforms to attract clients, build a lasting professional relationships. And I've taught, aside from my students who are currently taking trainings, I have taught over 750 students in the last few months about what this industry is all about and how they can find their feet. And I can tell you categorically that some of my students have walked out of this training getting jobs. Some of them got jobs even on this training. Now, here are a few things that some of my students are saying. If this would interest you, you can see that, Coach Chi, thank you so much for this life-changing training. I got so much value for my training. I'm exposed to so many things. I must also commend your humility, selfless activity, tolerance, and so on. You are really doing well in this industry. Cheers. It's been an amazing journey with Coaching Iragbasire. I've learned a lot and I got value for what I paid for. Thank you for imparting in us. You're the best. God bless you. And you can see countless of them. Thank you, Coach. You're a born teacher. Your teaching skills are 100%. For a newbie in the virtual assistant field, assimilation of the topic was easy. Thank you for being a true teacher. You poured out yourself completely and I appreciate your honesty. So key things I want you to take out of this, not necessarily like all of what my students are saying. Take away the things like humility, take away the things like selflessness, take away the things like a true teacher, take away the things like tolerance. That is what I want you to like pick out from all of these things. And we can go on and read testimonials from my students. And this person has said, I must say, Coach Chi was born to teach. Our voice carries hope, encouragement, relentlessness, and determination to succeed, even in the face of adversity. The journey so far is inspiring. Each module is filled with different tools that said, do not rest on your oaks. Yesterday, tools are not sufficient for virtual assistant. Wake up, the journey is still far. Thank goodness for the coach who knows her onions. She starts the class with selected preaching of no giving up. This alone revives a feeling hard. Let me hang up on my epistle for now. And we can go on and on what my students have to say. But I'm not going to trouble you with that for today. And probably lastly, we're just going to say, without any doubt, registering for this course has been one of the best decisions I have made lately. Ochinyere is amazing and a selfless person. Her motivation is definitely not the money. Otherwise, this course is worth more than the cost placed on it. I will not hesitate in recommending her to anyone who wants to train as a virtual assistant. I enjoyed every bit of the training. Thank you, Coach. God bless your soul. And these are like from my students who registered in the training and all of that. Although that is not what today's training is mostly focused on, but this is just for you to have a feel of who you're talking to and who will be talking to you as you progress. Now, what will be covered in today's training? We're going to be looking at who a virtual assistant is. We're going to be looking at the skills and tools you need, the reason why there is profit in this industry and why it is now a good time for you to join, how you can start, profitable niches you can focus on, we're also going to be looking at why most virtual assistants don't earn or why they don't get clients. And we're also going to be looking at problems that many virtual assistants face and how that can be solved. And lastly, I'm going to be sharing with you how I'm able to scale 1 to 3K monthly as a VA. And we're going to be having question and answer section. So let's write in. So you probably would have heard virtual assistant, but that name seemed very big to you, or it might seem very confusing or seem very daunting, and you don't even know how to find your feet, and you're wondering, who is even a VA? All right, I'm going to explain this in a simple layman term to you so that you can understand it. A virtual assistant is anyone who help a business owner. Maybe you help people, you help business owners, you help brands, you help companies to you help them to complete various tasks remotely. So technically, as a VA, you work remotely. Does it mean that the skill you're getting, you cannot use it to work in person? You can. But as a VA, it is mostly to work remotely. It is mostly to work remotely. Now, so usually, as long as you have your computer, you have a phone, a computer or a phone, and you have an internet, you can work as a VA. Now, the tasks you can perform as a VA varies. It cuts across a lot of things. Now, what now stands you out as a virtual assistant is what you're able to do with that skills that you have, what you're able to offer to your clients. A VA is an independent contractor. That is another thing that when you hear VA, they're simply telling you that you're an independent contractor. Nobody is chasing you around to get any job done. You're working from your home, you're working from your comfort zone, and you're getting tasks done. Now, as an independent contractor, what makes you an independent contractor is that you have opportunity to work with multiple people at the same time. So as a VA, you can work with more than one, you can work with more than 2 clients at the same time, not necessarily just one person. So you can perform different type of tasks, and we'll still be looking at those. Some of the tasks you can offer as a VA, you can handle administrative tasks, you can conduct research, you can do presentation, you can handle social media, you can do data analytics. The list is endless. We're still going to look at that as we progress. So you're a VA. As a VA, let me just reiterate on this again. You're an independent contractor that can serve multiple clients at the comfort of your room. So you can be on the island, you can be inside the beach, you can be cruising a ship, and you're working as a VA. As long as you have access to your phone, access to your computer, and you have access to an internet, you're good. So do you necessarily need a computer to do this training? No. You can work. I have students that started working with a phone. I have students that started working with phone, and they got gifted a laptop from their clients, depending on the task. So you can literally start working with your phone. Now, what are some tasks that you can do as a VA? You can do scheduling, you can do travel planning, you can do customer support services, you can do email and inbox management, you can do research and presentation, you can do file organization and storage, you can do bookkeeping, you can do social media management, you can go into digital marketing, you can go into lead generation, you can do search engine optimization, you can do content writing, you can do media buying, you can do graphic design, video editing, web development, data entry, administrative assistant, you can do project management, transcription, you can do sales follow-up, you can do inventory management, you can do code calling, you can do telemarketing, you can do order processing, you can do competitor analysis, you can do CRM data management, you can do recruitment, you can become an HR, you can go into process documentation, you can go into business development, you can go into CRM consultant. Name it. Just name it. You can go into tech sales. You can go into sales rep. Just name it. The list is endless. Anything you can do from the comfort of your home, you can do it as a VA. You can literally do it as a VA. Are we following? Let me know in the comments. Drop like a fire emoji if this is making sense. Are you getting the clarity that you need? Let me know in the comment section that you're following. Am I making sense? Is this gradually making sense to you if you're hearing the word VA for the first time? Is this gradually making sense to you? Let me know in the comment section. Now, who can you work with as a VA? That might also be like a question that you might have. As a skilled virtual assistant, you can work with literally anybody and any company. You can work with founders in various sectors. You can work with digital creators. You can work with CEOs of brands and of organizations. You can work with business owners and consultants. You can work with government officials as the executive. You can work with executives and managers. You can work in the health industry. You can work in the teaching industry. You can work in the tech industry, fashion industry. You can go into the industry of Web3 and crypto space. You can go into the travel industry. You can work with companies. You can work with brands and firms. You can work with literally any sector. Just name it. Because every sector needs an assistance. Every sector has a tax. They have things that they are doing. So you can literally work in any firm. You can literally work with anybody. You can literally work in any organization. Now you might be like, how do I even start if I want to be a VA? This is like the biggest battle for most persons. How do you start? How do you work your way into being a VA? How do you even find yourself in this industry? How do you start? The first step for you to start is to identify your skills. There are skills that are transferable. What skills do you have? It's totally okay if you don't have any skill. You can learn. It's totally okay if you don't have any skill. You can learn. But what skills do you have? What skill can you transfer? Now, some of these skills could be organizational skill. There could be communication skill, writing skill, like research skill, social media management skill. Highlight what you're good at. Highlight what you're good at. Highlight it. And I hope you have a pen and you're taking down notes. Highlight what you're good at. Write it down. Now, after that, you can do a quick market research. Go to Google. Look at what are services that are in demand. What are the areas that people are needing virtual assistants? Another thing you can do, you can explore job boards, freelance websites, social media groups to understand which area are people needing assistance on a lot. Which area do businesses or individuals need a lot of assistance? Then you can come in there to say, okay, even if I've identified my skill, this is the market or the area where I want to focus my skill on. And it's still fine if you finish identifying your skill, you research the market and you don't know where to start from. I'm still going to explain that further. You can create a service. Now, when you've identified your skill, you've researched the market, train yourself. You can get certifications. You can get paid trainings. Train yourself. That is very important. You can't neglect the place of training. Now, because in creating your service, and I'm still going to talk about training yourself further as we continue in this training. In creating your service, you need to know what you can offer. You need to have a portfolio that you can send to clients. So in creating your service, you need to now ask yourself, based on my skills, maybe my skills, what can I include in my services? Maybe email management, maybe data entry, data analytics, content creation, social media, administrative support. What can you create your services around? Then after you've created your service, you built your portfolio, you have trained yourself, you need to network and market yourself. Now, when I say network and market yourself, when you are applying for a job, of course, you're marketing yourself. Networking and marketing is not only when you're posting on social media. Job will not come and fall on your lap. You need to apply, right? So you need to, either ways, you need to market what you have done. That is implied in applying for job. So you need to apply for job. You can document your journey. You can connect with other persons, connect with other people in the industry, try to talk about what you do. Network. It's either you're marketing yourself by applying for jobs, or you're marketing yourself with your mouth. Tell people what you do. Now start small and gain experience. Many persons want to get to the top of the ladder. Like they want to start flying even before they start crawling. Do not despise the days of your little beginning. So begin small. Even if it means volunteering, even if it means doing it for free, do it to gain that first experience. Because in doing it, trust me, a job might come. That person you're even doing it free for might recommend you, or you will get something better. And I tell people, your client is not your experiment ground. So experiment before you get that your client, so that when you do get them, you can retain them. Continuous learning and improvement. Remember when I talked about like a story about me, you would have seen that I hammered on, you need to keep learning. You need to keep improving yourself. You need to keep going above and beyond to see yourself get to where you're going to. So you can't get tired. So you need to learn new tools, adapt to new things, refine your service as you continue to grow, as you continue to expand in the industry. You're expanding your service, you're getting feedback, you're developing yourself. Overall, growth is very essential for you to stay relevant in this industry. Now, what are the skills that you need, like you actually need, and the tools that you need as a VA? There are a lot of skills that you need. I'm just going to focus on like about 5 of them. And there are a lot of tools that you need, but I'm also going to focus on few. Part of the skills that you need in this industry is excellent written and verbal communication. You'll be interacting with clients, so PG know they work here. And I say it all the time, PG know they work here. So you need to be able to clearly communicate, because you'll be replying to emails, you'll be interacting with your clients. So you need to be able to clearly communicate, and you can train yourself even if you're not. One of my students reached out to me the other day and she's like, Coach, when you said this communication, I know that it's a struggle for me. What course can I start taking to improve my communication skill? Now, time management, whether you like it or not, nobody is overseeing you. Nobody is chasing you around. So you need to be able to manage your time. Some of you will go into handling multiple clients. You have multiple persons to work with. Nobody's going to be chasing you around. So whether you're a father, whether you're a mother, you need to learn how to manage all of this together. Now we have technical proficiency. Basics understanding of things like Microsoft Office, you need to know. Google Workspace, you need to know. And other industry-specific tools, you need to know about it. Adaptability, you must be ready to learn new tools. You must be ready to adapt to new technology. Especially and I tell my students, no does not, you can't tell your clients no. Like, can you learn this tool? I need you to learn this tool, and you say no. Why will you tell the person no? You're probably going to lose that client at the end of the day. Unless it's a super, super tech thing that you know that this does not fall under what you can do, then it's totally fine. You can tell them to outsource it. But if it is within, as a VA myself, I have done a lot of things. Like I have done a lot of work, and this has helped me build my capacity of tools. Again, very important, attention to detail. It is the last year, because I want to like counter on it. being meticulous, accurate in data entry, like being very, very detail-oriented is a skill that money cannot give you in this industry. No client is gonna spoon feed you. So you must be able to pick out information by yourself. Like you must be able to like pay attention to details and pick out very important information. Now, what are the tools that you need in this industry? You need project management tools. You need understanding of project management tools like Asana, Trello, Monday.com. You'll be using a lot of these tools to be able to manage tasks, deadlines, and collaboration. So you need to at least understand this too. Now we have communication tools like, you need to be able to understand tools like Slack, Teams, Zoom, and all of that for communication and collaboration purpose. You need to also understand file sharing and storage. You'll be utilizing things like Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive for sharing and storing documents securely. You need to be able to know how to, at least at the basics, you need to be able to know how to use these tools. We have calendar and scheduling tools like Calendly. You need to be able to know how to use these tools. Now we have email management tools like Gmail, Outlook, specific email management softwares. You need to know how to be able to use these tools. Am I making sense? Are you following me? Let me know in the comment section if you're following me. Let me know in the comment section if you're following me. Should I write on? Should I write on? Should I write on? Are you enjoying this teaching? Let me see in the comment section if you're enjoying this teaching. Should I write on? 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 Let me know, should I write on? Tell me, coach, write on. Should I write on? All right. Bami, all food said yes. UJ said yes, please. All right, let's write on. So that is the basics. You need to be able to understand these tools. Now, you probably would have been hearing things like niche. If there's anything my students will tell you is, coach tells you the truth. Coach does not cap. When I started as a VA, I didn't have a niche. Why? You guys get your first clients first before you define niche. Like, you guys get your first client first before you define niche. Why? Are there some niches that are profitable? Yes. There are niches that can expose you quick into being a VA, right? But notwithstanding, because I know somebody will ask me later, what is your take on niching down? My take on niching down is start wide, then narrow. And that is one thing I do for my students in my training. But these are few profitable niches that you can focus on. We have the real estate virtual assistants. We have e-commerce. There are more. Think in my training, I give my students I give them over 50 to 70 niches that they can focus on, that they can find their feet. And I tell them how to position themselves. Now we have social media management. We have administrative support. We have bookkeeping and accounting assistant. We have travel assistants. We have bookkeeping and accounting assistants. We have travel assistants. We have health and wellness support. And we have graphic design support. This niche, they are in demand. And they are like few profitable niche that you can focus on as you begin to, whether you're in training already or you're just trying to like find your feet in the VA industry. These are areas you can focus on. Now, when you're looking at the real estate industry, you're helping like with people who are going into, let me just explain this further. When you're looking at the real estate industry, real estate virtual assistants, it's more like people who are into like helping with houses and all of that. E-commerce support is more like people that help business owners who have like different e-commerce outlets. Social media management, you already know that Almost everybody need a social media assistant. Almost every business is going into social media. So you're helping with comments, you're helping with creating posts and all of that. Administrative support, you do a lot of things under administrative support. You do calendar management, you do calendar management, you do travel booking, you do all of that under administrative support. Under booking and accounting assistance, you're more helping with like their finances, their monthly income, and all of that. Then under travel assistance, you're probably helping them to research travel itinerary. You're helping them to you're helping like the business owner to like research travel itinerary, prepare like their travel stuff and all of that. And under health and wellness support, you can go into health content writing. You can go into virtually supporting a coach that is into maybe a medical doctor, a nurse, and all of that. And graphic design, we know that design is a big deal. Almost everybody needs a graphic designer. Now, this particular industry that we are talking about, what is the reason why there is profit in this industry? Have you bothered to ask yourself, why is it that people are talking about VAV? Like, why is it, what is the reason why, what makes this industry have profits? Now, I'm going to tell you this for free. The best time to do anything, and that's the number one, remote work trend. There's increasing demand. There is demand for virtual assistants because of remote work trend. It is a trend now. People are becoming VAs. Remember when Bitcoin came out? If you're an elderly person here, you probably heard about when Bitcoin came out and they told you to buy. You said no. Now, how many persons can afford to buy Bitcoin? So the best time to do anything is when it's a trend. So we are in that era of remote work trend. Number two, VAs are cost-effective solutions. Hiring a VA is mostly cost-effective now than hiring an in-person office person. The person working inside the office, you're going to provide laptop for them. You're going to provide a lot of resources for them, right? But somebody that is working as a VA, you're not providing transportation for me. I'm working from home. You're not providing transportation. I'm working from home. So it is cost effective. It saves business owners expenses. Nobody's giving you any benefits most times. They are not paying tax on top of your head. So it is a cost-effective solution. That's why most businesses are looking down to hire virtual assistants. Another thing it is, VAs are flexible and scalable. When I mean flexible is, I might be your social media assistant right now, and you need support with managing your email. You can ask me to do it for you, right? I am flexible and we want to do it because I want to support you in as much capability as possible. So, and that way, because of that flexibility, most VAs have expertise in different fields, so they can do different things. So it's more like you're employing one person that can do multiple things for you at the same time. So it makes it profitable for the business owner. And there is increased entrepreneurship. Most persons are going into opening their own business. Right now, myself, I have about 3 to 4 VAs that work under me that are paid. So if I can have 3 to 4 VAs that work under me that is paid, imagine other business owners. So when I tell people that the VA industry is not going anywhere anytime soon, like it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. So you need to realize that and begin to follow it. Like you need to realize that and begin to follow it. Now, another thing is that now let's look at, now we have clearly looked at the reason for profit in this industry. Why is it that most virtual assistants do not earn? Why? Why is it that they struggle with landing clients? You might be in this category. So I'm going to explain. And as I'm talking, when you see the one that falls under your category, put it in the comment section. Like all of the things I'm going to point to you, when you see the one that falls under your category, put it in the comment section. Now, the first reason why many of them do not earn or land clients is many VAs struggle with setting their rates, right? Some of them put it too high or too low without considering the value that they provide. Don't forget that overpricing yourself. A clear example is this. I'm a VA, for instance. Maybe I can do bookkeeping. I can do email management. I can do social media. I can do blog. And I tell you as a client, pay me $10. And you'll be like, this person can do all of these things. Why are they charging $10? That client might likely not employ you. You know why? You're undercharging yourself. Now, you now see another VA. They can do only social media management. And they say, I'm charging $50. That client might not employ you. You know why? Because you're overcharging yourself. So the struggle right now is finding that balance of not over lowering your rates and not over hiring your rates, being in the middle. And how can you know how to do this? What value can you present? What value do you bring to the table? What value can you give to your clients? Like I said, when you see the one that is your own problem, put it in the comment section. Now, another set of people, they have vague or unclear description of the services that they can offer to their clients. They are everywhere. Like when you see their portfolio, it is so scattered. Like they don't even know what they can do. Like they are saying 10 million things. They are talking about 1 million things that they can do. They end up confusing their clients. Like all they do is when a client reach out to them, they end up, instead of convincing the clients, they confuse the clients. Now we have people, they are VAs, they are shouting, I want to be a VA, or probably why they are not earning. They have no portfolio. They have no portfolio at all or experience. This is where most persons fall under. This is number 3. You don't have portfolio. You don't have experience. Even the experience that you have is half-baked experience. It's half-baked knowledge. You can't clearly show what you can do. And you're shouting, no job, no job. How will there be job? Can you even beat your chest and tell yourself that I have the experience that I need to get a job? You don't. You're just probably just deceiving yourself. You might be shouting, I've taken training. Is that training that you have taken adequate enough to prepare you? We have a lot of half-baked coaches there training people up and down. Somebody just finished training. Next tomorrow, they have started telling people that they can train them. What can you train? What can you train? Now, so many persons they think that it's only on social media that they can get job. And I tell people, job can come in multiple ways. You can use social media platform. You can use codely reaching out to people, job recommendations, referral. It is not only on freelance platform. You can also get jobs on social media. So which of these 4 points that I've listed do you fall under the category? Now, some persons just simply list their skill without demonstrating how that skill can add a value to somebody's business. If I tell you right now that I want to hire you as a VA, and I ask you, what can you do? And you tell me, social media, calendar, travel booking, and all of that. You have not answered the question. That thing that you can do, how can it solve my problem? And this is where most persons get lost. You list your skills without tying it to how it can solve my problem. Now, some persons, they fall under, they can't earn or land clients because they don't invest on personal or professional development. They think it's that certificate they got from university. I have students, and I can tell you, if you're probably going to be my student tomorrow, you probably fall under this set of people that I'm talking about. So many of us have gone to school. You don't even know how to use Google Drive. You don't know how to use Google Tools. And when they tell you about personal development, developing yourself, you would think, oh, your certificate is enough. I have students that tell me that I have students in my previous cohort, somebody said it. She said she's studying project management, and all the project management tools that I'm teaching them, they've not taught them in school before. So you need to invest in personal development and growth. Now, some persons forget that this is a business. They move into it without a clear business plan or strategy. How then will you survive over time? How then would you make money if you don't know that what you're going into is a business and you need to have a clear business plan and strategy on how to thrive? Now, some persons focus solely on, let me just be completing tasks. They don't build relationships. What will give you job over time? And I tell people the 2-3 clients I'm working with right now, they are what you call retainer clients. Why? I have worked with them before. They reached out to me again and we are working again. And that's because I am not actively applying for jobs right now. My students, when I showed them my UPWORK yesterday, I told them I'm not applying for jobs right now. It's not in part of what I'm doing till next year, because I have people I'm currently working with. So you can get to this point. So don't focus solely on, let me just complete jobs. Build relationship. This is what so many persons miss out from. If you're listening to me, I hope you're taking down all of these silent points so that you don't fall into any of this category when you start your journey or as you start your journey. Now, let me know, which of these do you think is a struggle, or which of these do you think maybe is a problem that you're having, or you feel maybe this is why you're not landing client, or this is why you're not earning? Let me know in the comments. Just let me know if there's any of these things that it's like a struggle with for you. Let me know in the comments. Now let's look at the problems. We just looked at things that make virtual assistants not to land jobs, right? Now let's look at the problems many virtual assistants face. The number one is finding clients. Most persons struggle with finding clients. Number two, because they want to do a lot of things, they struggle with determining which service they want to offer. Most persons, their problem is, I'm struggling with how to write proposal or even cover letters. Most persons, they are struggling with understanding the need of their clients. Most persons, they are struggling with overcommitment or undercommitment. Most persons, the challenge they face is setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is when you don't know how to say no. Most persons, they have difficulty in negotiating fair compensation for the services they want to render or they have rendered. Most persons struggle to establish clear boundaries between work and their personal life. They're always taking their work into their personal life. Some persons struggle with feeling adequate or questioning their ability. I've had VAs that be like, coach, I don't know. I don't just trust myself enough. I have people that initially, before they started training, their problem was trying to they have difficulties in negotiating their rates. How much do I charge? Now, I have some set of people who their major challenge is dealing with demanding or difficult clients. Now, some VAs, is navigating how to draft the agreement or how to write their contracts. Now, some other VAs is juggling with multiple projects at the same time. In these 12 problems that we have listed, which of them do you think is a struggle for you, or you're struggling with, or you're battling with, or you need answer to, or you need clarity to? Which of these problems can you say that as a VA, this is what you're struggling with, or this is what you need answer to, or this is what you need that clarity to? Which of them? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know. Let me know. Am I making sense? Is all of this coming together? Are you like asking yourself question? Are you excited? I have no experience. Looking forward to the next training. All right, Jerry. Are you like seeing areas that I have no experience? All right, Victoria. So most persons are probably no experience. Most persons are probably no experience, but we're going to get to that. But let me know if you have experience, or even if you don't have experience, just let me know in the comment section. Now, yesterday in my training, after I finished talking, I was talking to the mothers, and somebody say, Kai, is this a women training? And I said no. The virtual assistant industry is gender neutral. It's gender neutral. That means that anybody can be a VA. Anybody can be a VA. Anybody can be a VA. Mark my words. Whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, you can thrive in this industry. Anybody can be a VA. Now, before we go into question and answer and other things, you might probably be asking yourself, wow, where do I even go from all of this? How do I even start? How do I even find my feet? Where do I even go from here? Now, these are like few job offers from my students I was able to put here. And maybe you're like a lawyer and you're listening to me and you're like, how can I be a virtual assistant? This student here, you can see, so I wanted to say that I got my first job on UPWORK as a legal assistant from a firm in Florida. She's in Nigeria, but she's working for a firm in Florida and she's a lawyer. All of this, they are my students. They are my students. Some of them could not even afford to pay for the training, but here they are. The rest they say is history. Now, if you're interested in like the paid virtual assistant class that I have, there is a paid training. If you're interested in my class, you can totally register for that. It's a training that not just teach you how to be a virtual assistant, it prepares you with the skills that you need to work in any industry. When I mean any industry, it gives you that first and foremost employability skill that you can use to work in any industry. There are skills that are employability skills. Employability skills like how to use communication tools, how to use collaboration tools, how to use project management tools, how to use Google Drive. All of those things are employability skills. So you need to know how to use them. So I'm still going to talk further about it. And this training is just going to teach you both skills that you need to be a VA, IT skills that you need to use to land remote jobs. And it also comes with like all classes are recorded if you're interested in that. So what would the paid training do for you? The paid training would give you skill development. It would equip you with the essential skills that you need to thrive as a virtual assistant. You'll be able to like master administrative, like digital tools, softwares that you can use to like practice and become effective. You're also going to have professional confidence, like you're going to gain the confidence to manage clients, handle complex tasks, communicate effectively. This training will provide you hands-on experience and the techniques you need to navigate the virtual assistant workspace like a pro. Now you have income opportunity. You will learn how to market yourself, how to find high-paying clients, The training will cover strategies that you need to identify and approach potential clients, negotiate your rates and all of that, and being able to draft your contracts when in this training. Now, you also will be learning time management and productivity from this training. You'll be learning how to develop strong time management and organizational skill. I will teach you how to prioritize your tasks, manage your schedule, and use productivity too. This is just even a tip. We've not even started looking at what the training module is. So this training will also prepare you in terms of job search and application. You will know how to find virtual assistant jobs that match your skills and interests, and you will learn how to create a standout resume, cover letter to ace any interview that you go for. You also get access to resources that can also help you continue to build and work your way up in this industry. And you have long-term career growth. This training is not just about you quitting in the next 2-3 years. It's about you setting up yourself up for long-term success. Like I told you, I've done this for 5 years. My era of playing it small has gone. I'm moving on to the next 5 to 10 years and setting higher goals for myself. Because I've done the basics I've built in this last 5 years. The next 5 to 10 years is increasing my earning, trying to do more bigger things in the space. So it is not just about your first 1-2 years. It's about the next 5 to 10 years, what you can do up there. Now, what will you be learning in this training, in the paid training? We have about 14 modules. Our introduction class, not included here. In the first module, we're going to be looking at who a virtual assistant is. We're going to be looking at mindset shifts, debugging means. We're going to be looking at the actual truths. We're going to be looking at who a VA is, what a VA does, type of VA, benefits of being a VA. We're going to be creating a vision board, and we're going to be looking at IT services. In module 2, we're going to be looking at communication and collaboration tools. We're going to be looking at Google Workspace. We're going to be looking at Google Workspace. We're going to be looking at Microsoft tools. We're going to be looking at communication and collaboration tools, video sharing tools, meeting tools, and places to learn free trainings if you want to go further. Now, in module 3, we're going to be teaching you how to set up as a virtual assistant, how to choose a niche, soft skills that you need as a VA, how to assess your client's need and tailor your services accordingly. I'm going to be teaching you technical skills and non-technical skills you need, and I'm going to also be teaching you how to build your portfolio. In module 4, we're going to be looking at social media management and self-promotion. You're going to learn how to create and optimize your LinkedIn and Instagram, how to market and promote yourself, how to build a faceless brand, how to promote your services to potential clients. In module 5, we're going to be looking at places to find VA jobs. We're going to be training on UPWORK, how to create an UPWORK account, how to write a winning proposal for UPWORK, how to make your profile stand out, how to apply for a job on UPWORK, how to answer interview questions on UPWORK, and other sites you can apply for freelancing job. In module 6, we are looking at the business of virtual assistants. Client attract, it's a business. So you need to learn how to attract, how to retain, how to manage, and how to onboard your clients. In module 7, we're going to be looking at training on content creation. We're going to be doing video editing, carousel, reels, and all of that. I'm also going to be teaching you how to use design apps like Canva, Lightroom, CapCut, and InShot. We're going to be doing training on calendar. On module 9, we're doing training on calendar management. We're covering 10 different services you can offer as a VA. So we're going to be looking at calendar management and appointment setting, travel booking, content writing and content writing tools, email management, social media management. We're going to be looking at SEO and web research, customer support, lead generation and tools, telemarketing and cold calling. And we're going to be looking at sales and all of that. Now, in module 11, we are looking at CRM tools like time management, CRM tools like Salesforce, HubSpot, and all of that. We're going to be looking at time management apps, security tools, how to use AI like ChatGPT, how to build a content calendar, how to write a content strategy, steps to deliver high quality service. In Module 12, we're looking at your earning strategy. I'm going to be teaching you different types of packages, how to negotiate your rates, how to draft your contract, how to price your service, how to scale your earning in the online space, and different payment options for receiving your money. Then in Module 13, we are looking at how to write your CV and prep for interview. We're going to be doing CV writing, how to ace your interview, how to set up your office space, how to manage distraction, and other ways you can reach out to your clients. We're going to be covering all of this. That's not all. There are also bonuses of being in this training. So for cohort 6, which is the November cohort, every other thing here on this extra bonus stands. UPWORK, you have like UPWORK templates, proposal templates that I wrote for my UPWORK that I used to land job. Compile it. I'm going to be giving it to you. We embark on a 15 days job application marathon. After training you, I'm going to show up for 15 days to instill that consistency in you. If you notice or you check later, you will notice that I did like portfolio review for my students today. So from time to time, we do UPWORK review, we do portfolio review, we do LinkedIn and the UPWORK review for my students. Then we have assignments, you also have community access, you have access to the recording and other activities in these 45 days. One person would have access to like entering in virtual click support in this training. And we're going to be having like assignments and projects you're going to be working on. Part of the extra classes of this cohort 6 is we have data entry class with Excel, crypto airdrop class, and we have 2 days graphic design class that is also added to this extra module. Now, these are some of my students who took the airdrop crypto class and decided to like do better with it and they are earning. They've done much more, but when I took screenshot of this, these are some of the earnings of my students. Now, these are further testimonials from some of them under virtual click support. Now, how much? So somebody is asking, how long is this training? The virtual assistant training is a 5 to 6 weeks training. It's a 5 to 6 weeks training. I'm still going to talk about the time and the day. So if you have not heard about this training and I'm telling you about this training for the first time, how much are you willing to pay for this life-changing opportunity? How much are you willing to pay for this life-changing opportunity? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section how much you can say, oh, this is how much I'm going to pay for this training. This is how much I can afford to pay for this training. Let me know, please, how long will the cohort last? The cohort will last for 5 to 6 weeks. 5 to 6 weeks. So let me know in the comment section. How much do you think you can pay for this life-changing opportunity? How much do you think you can pay for this life-changing opportunity? How much do you think you can pay? So before we get to other stuffs, this journey is for you if you own a smartphone. Your phone is not a liability, it's an asset. You own a laptop, you have zero tech skill, or you have some and you want to improve on it. You have a desire to make money online from your skill, and you desire to like assist business owners, you desire to work from the comfort of your home, then being a VA is for you. If you consider yourself self-driven, highly proactive, you have the urge to upskill and attain your desired financial freedom, then virtual assistant is for you. If you're tired of the hustle of up and down, going to job up and down and all of that, commuting to job daily, when you can just sit at home, work from your bedside while sipping your juice, tea, coffee, while still earning money weekly, bi-weekly or monthly, depending on how your client is paying you, then this being a VA is for you. If you're interested in starting what we pay you online, but not interested in buying and selling or even showing your face on social media, then this training is for you. Or you also want to be a present parent, you want to be there for your children, yet being financially stable, this training is for you. All right. So if you're looking to learn from somebody who has worked with international clients and earned in dollars since starting our journey, then you want to register for this training. You're looking for a coach who will hold you by your hand, explain in the simplest way all that you need to understand, then this training is for you. This training is also for you if you're looking for a coach who is active in the industry, who can support you in your growth. You're also looking for a coach who is really invested in your growth as a virtual assistant. You're looking for somebody who is willing to teach you all the strategies and tactics needed to land high-paying clients. The training is for you. You're looking for a coach that would mentor you, give you access to reach out to them. This training is for you. Then you're also looking for a coach who knows how to teach and understand how to teach different set of people. And this training is for you. Okay. Now, I see some person saying 15K. Emma Bomb, it is not this training. If after everything I've said is 15K, but if 15K is what you can afford, it's totally fine, but not this training. Olivia said $100. That's, I would say, pretty much for you to see the value and say $100, even if it's not something you can afford. In all honesty, it shows that you know the value of what is in this training. Ayola said 10K. It's also fine if that is what you can afford, but it's not 10K. Lucia said 10K. It's still not 10K. Somebody said, I have the skills, but I need to know how to get clients and be strategic in my role. Chidera, you need to register for the training. Then Martha said 20K, good, but not up to what the training is. Jude said $50. That's because I want to learn how to get clients as an academic research writer and how to incorporate my skill into the VA industry. Awesome, but it's not even up to $50. It's not up to $100. Okay. Fejiri said 30K. Probably that is what it is. Yes, I am. I want a coach who will hold me and support me in my growth. So the truth no coach will tell you is to really succeed in this industry, you need a unique selling proposition. And this comes with having that clarity section over and over to really know where you can focus on. So if you're like, oh, I have a degree, I do not have a degree, you can find your feet in this industry, right? So training days are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Training days are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 to 10 p.m. Nigerian time. All trainings are live on Zoom. For that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we are meeting live on Zoom. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're meeting live on Zoom. All trainings are also recorded and they are shared with you like almost immediately that the training is ending. I share it with you. So what do you stand to gain from this training? Everything, like absolutely everything. What do you stand to lose? Absolutely nothing. You stand absolutely to lose nothing. So furthermore, these are some of what my students are saying. Like if I start sharing recommendations, we go sleep here. So if you're interested in this training, somebody invited you to join this training, reach out to them and they will give you direction on how to register. If you joined this training from my group, I'm going to share you direction on how to register when we are done with it. But this training fee is 30,000 naira. It is 30,000 naira. It is not 10,000. It is not 15. It is not 20. Even 29,999 naira. It is already discounted. Like it is literally discounted. If there are my students here, they will tell you how much support that I give my students, like how much support I give my students. Now, somebody is saying, can the 30,000 naira be paid twice? You only have opportunity to pay it twice. And I have to, if you can afford to pay it all, awesome, just go ahead to do it. If you don't pay up when the first class starts, like on the day the training starts, you have to join the next cohorts. You see that, coach, can I join and later I will complete it toward the end of the training. It does not work. I've done it. The gear did not pay 2 times that I've done it. So once beaten, twice shy, I can't repeat that mistake again. So if you say, oh, I want to pay instrumental, you can only pay twice. So if you're interested in joining, registration is already ongoing for November cohort. November cohort is like our end of the year training. So the goal is to finish it so that people can start applying for job. Like from January, people are always recruiting. So now it's literally like one of the best time to like build yourself. Like don't sleep on this opportunity. There's not supposed to be training next month. I'm supposed to like cancel every training, but a lot of people reached out to me. And that was why I said, okay, let's do another training November 27. My students will tell you that the month, if I'm still doing a training, I don't do training that follow month, that same month. So cohort 5 is ending November. I'm not supposed to do another training in November till like December. So I'm giving out this November training as like, let me just do it like more like to wrap up the year. So go and register. Like, I think we have about 30 something persons that have registered already. And the slot is limited. The slot is limited. The slot is literally very limited. I'm not taking in a lot of students in this November/December training because I also want to like have some rest to myself. So once we reach the limit of students that we want, I will close up the registration. You can register. The next training will be February of next year. So if you don't join this November training, that is, we are less than how many weeks to it. That means you can pay and wait for January and February training. Like the next training, registration will start like in December, and registration will start in December, but next training will be in February. Next training will be in February. So reach out to anybody that sent you the link of this live training. Reach out to them, tell them that you want to register, and they will direct you on how to register. Training is 30,000 Naira and $35. It is 30,000 or $35. For those in my group, I would share direction on how to register once we are done with this live. You don't have to keep waiting. Like you have your money, you'll keep waiting later. You would spend the money and by then it will dawn on you. So go and secure your slots now. Once we reach the maximum of people that we need, you have to join February training. So ask whoever that invited you. My students talk about this course, they're affiliates. So if you're my student when you graduate, you can also decide to talk about this training. So my students talk about this training. So anybody that told you about this training, reach out to them, depending on the group where you got the link from, reach out to them on direction on how to register, and they will still send you my way. I'm the one who will coach you. I'm the one who will train you, and you don't have to worry about whether I don't even know who registered under anybody. I'm just telling you that. So the training fee is 30,000 Naira. Like most persons said 40, most persons said 100K, most persons say $50, but it is $35 or 30,000 Naira. Now you might be wondering, how has she been able to make like 1K to 3K monthly? If you have the liberty to work with 2-3 clients, you can make more than 1K monthly. Like I told you, I have like 2-3 clients that I work with. One of them, so these hours that I work, sometimes in the month is more than, sometimes it is in between 2K, 1.5, 2K, 3K, and all of that. So I have like about 3 clients I work with, and I do different things for them. The first one pays me $20 per hour, and I work for like 40 hours every month cumulatively. That's like $800. The other one calls me. Chidera said, I almost wanted to pay for the training when I saw your ad on Instagram, but was not convinced then. But now I think I would definitely get value for my money. Thank you so much, Chidera, for saying that. God bless you. And if you got, because I think I posted this on my Instagram, for those of you that joined this training from my Instagram, you can either send a message on Instagram, that you can send me a message on Instagram to like, to like for the account details, or you can use the link on my bio to pay. I don't want to mention my Instagram name so that it's not going to deviate like my students or people who are from my students. If you join this live and you're following me on Instagram, you know how to find me. You know where my Instagram, you know my Instagram handle, right? So you can go there. So I work for one of the clients. She pays me $30 per hour, and cumulative in a month, I work for about 40 hours. Sometimes it's more than 40 hours, depending. So I make like about 1, 2 from her. Then there's another client I work with. Sometimes we do $30, and we do 30 hours, and it's 15, and it's $15 per hour, and I make like about 450, 500. Now somebody might be, coach, can I register now and join the next training? Yes, registration is open now. Registration has been open since the last 2 weeks that cohort 5 started. And I said it now that about 30 persons to 35 persons have already registered for cohort 6, the one that is starting next month. About 30 persons have already registered. So if you want to register for the training, reach out to the person that directed you. If you're in the group, if you're in my group, the group that I manage by myself, I'm going to drop direction on how to register there just once we wrap up this training, and you can go ahead to register if you're interested in registering. Again, I don't force people. When you see value, you can see it. If you have a foresight, when you see value, again, I'm not coming here to tell you what I cannot do or what I cannot teach you. Some of my students are here, and you can literally see them saying, coach she is an extraordinary coach. Trust her on this. She knows her onions. Like, I'm not going to, nobody is being paid to come and type anything here. So trust your instinct. If you feel like, oh, I trust that this person, the group is locked for a reason. I'm going to drop the account details once I'm done with this live, so be patient. So if you trust your instincts, you can see value, you can clearly see it, then go for it. So that's that on that. Registration is already ongoing. Forget about this November 9 for cohort 6. And cohort 6 starts November 25th. We are starting onboarding November 25th. By November 25th, we are creating, you're going ahead to fill your registration forms and everything. We are doing registration forms. I'm sharing all the information. November 27, we are starting with our introduction class. That's because it is end of the year. So I also want to like teach, equip you so that you can start submitting and applying for job, because as the year is coming to an end, some persons are leaving their job. Year end is actually a very good time to prepare your CV and start applying for job, because most persons are leaving their jobs. Most business owners are taking in new employment. So from December, as the training is ongoing, you're already prepared to like start applying for jobs. Like, so she said, thank God I already registered for cohort 6. I know one here say you come late, or no be for this kind of powerful class. Can't wait to start. Thank you, coach. Thank you, Gochi. Thank you for saying that. So you can already see when I said that people already paid for the training. People are already paying for the training. Like, people are already paying for the training. So go pay for the training. If you have the account number already, pay. If you don't, I'm going to share the account number after now in the groups. And for other people, other of my students that talk about the class, they can direct you on how to register, and you have access to me. That's like the most important thing. So this training, this 45 days virtual assistant training, is specifically designed for you. Like, you have a lot to gain from this training, not even just the model. The fact that you have a coach that is accessible, you have a coach that knows what they are saying. If you're following me on Instagram, you can see the amount of value I am putting out there. Now imagine when you're my students, right? So for those of us who have questions, my instinct has been telling me since I joined this live. So Precious, if you're joining from Instagram, send a DM on Instagram. If you're in the group, don't worry. I'm going to drop a message once I'm done with this live. If you have any question, you can begin to ask right now, and I'll begin to like take questions and respond to them. So we have the floor open. Let's spend the next 5-10 minutes taking questions, and we can call it a day. So let me know your questions in the comment sections. Let me know your questions in the comment section. If you have questions, you can begin to ask. If you have questions, you can begin to ask. If you have questions, you can begin to ask. So I'm going to stop sharing and I will begin to take your questions now. So if you have questions, you can begin to ask. If you have questions, you can begin to ask. I hope you learned something today. I hope you like that burning zeal to like, there is a lot of money to be made in this industry. And I don't say it I say it from a place of knowing. Like I say it from a place of knowing. If you know your onions, you're patient with yourself, you keep working on yourself, you keep growing, it's going to just be like a matter of time. It will explode. You're going to explode. You're going to be like, wow, is this how it really is? Yes, it's possible. So many of us are living it. Like so many of us are living it. And I'm telling you from a place of knowing, like it is possible. Like it is possible. You can make millions. And a quick one I'm going to tell you is, you might be like, oh, maybe she's mentioning all of this money because she's not in Nigeria. I'm not in Nigeria, yes. But before I left Nigeria, and this is me being very honest, before I left Nigeria, I was scaling over 1 million as a virtual assistant. I was scaling over 1 million as a virtual assistant. I was still doing my 165,000 naira job. I was working with 2 clients then. One was paying me $300 monthly. You can calculate $300 already. So from that client already that was paying me $300, dollar then was like, I think about dollar then was about close to 1,000, right? So from that client alone, when I convert it to Naira, I was making about 600. I was making about 600,000. When I add my 165,000, that was like around 750. Then I had one other client then that was paying me $15 per hour. Even as at while I was in Nigeria, I was charging up to $15 per hour. Because before I left Nigeria, I was like already 3 years as a VA. And I kept developing myself. So don't let anybody give you that story of the Nigeria cock and bull story. You can thrive in Nigeria. What are you telling yourself? I am big on mindset shift. I'm big on what you tell yourself. So stop telling yourself that the Nigeria, if you believe that Nigeria cannot work for you, if you work for you, that's just the truth. So I never believed in that cock and bull story that Nigeria, whatever. You can find your feet. So we have a few questions here. And do I need a PC to start, man? No, you do not need a PC to start. You do not need a PC to start. Your phone. We have students that are using their phone. You do not need a PC to start. So I have a question, Ma. Will the class in these courses be recorded for those that won't make it due to some reason? All classes are recorded. And I think some of my students are here. All classes are recorded, like all classes are recorded. So you have access to the video recording. Once the class is ending, sometimes it takes me like about an hour. I put up the class on the Telegram group and you can go and have access to it. What you said has covered all. I'm very clear. As I said, I need more push because I have done training already, but not bad if I add more or learn more. So what are the courses for communication and interacting with clients? The courses for communicating, we cover communication tools that you need to use to communicate, like use to collaborate with your client. Those are covered in the training. Is there anything called interacting, courses for interacting with clients? As I'm teaching you, you're learning how to interact with your clients, because sometimes I'm teaching you with real life scenario of probably questions that you'll be asked so that you know how to respond when you find yourself in such situation. You don't need any other convention. Coach Chinyere is an amazing soul and very good at what she does. She also keeps to her word. God bless you, Esther. Thank you so much. So I think at this point, Since we do not, the few questions that we have, I have answered it. Those of us that want to register, reach out to the person who invited you to this training. Those of you in my group, I'm going to drop direction on how to register. Those of you that mix this training, you can watch it to the end, get value for it. I'm still also going to share it for those who are interested in it. And I'm also a believer that till we all win, we are all work in progress. So keep working on yourself, keep working on being a better version of yourself. And the sky is big enough to accommodate everybody. Don't ever wake up and say, oh, once you begin to say that this industry is saturated, it becomes saturated for you. It is not saturated for me. I find my space and I'm standing on my space. So you can find your space and stay on your space, right? Be positive. You're dealing with money. And you know that adage that says words have ears, like words have ears. So keep that at the back of your mind when you're talking about things that have to do with money, okay? You guys should take good care of yourself. I do not wish to let you go, but I have to let you go so that I can do other things. Have an amazing day and see you. Bye.